Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Jaggett, and in this Mominar, I want to teach you about how to turn off the utilities to your house from the main line in case of an emergency. These utilities would be gas, electric, and water. Now, I don't want you to panic because this is not a frequent occurrence. This is something that you would do only in case of an emergency. But it's really important to know what the utilities are, where the switches and valves are for them, and how to turn them off. Now, you may ask, why would I ever want to do this? That is a good question, and here is my good answer. You might need to do this in case of a devastating storm or an earthquake, or if there has been a major break in one of the lines or hoses in your home, or if you need to do some type of major repair. Now, if you're like me, you may not have even known where these magical boxes were or that they even existed. But trust me, you need to at least know about this, and it is not hard at all. So let's start with how to shut off your gas. Natural gas is often used to heat your home, give you hot water, and it commonly powers ovens, stoves, and dryers. You probably have it. Even if a disaster hasn't happened, if you smell gas, which smells like rotten eggs, or you hear a hissing sound, or you actually see a gas line broken, or you even suspect a gas leak, you're going to want to shut this down to your house. Natural gas leaks can lead to explosions and are responsible for a significant amount of fires during and after a natural disaster, like an earthquake, which could damage a gas line. Also, wildfires, when encountering natural gas, could be made worse. So, what does a gas meter look like, and where can you find this thing? Gas meters can usually be found on the side of the house, and it's going to look something like this. Shutting the gas off from the main line is an emergency procedure, and you are probably going to need a wrench. And a really important thing to note is that once your gas is shut off from the main line, it's off for good until the gas company comes back out to turn it on. So make sure you really need to do this. Don't try to turn it back on yourself. You're going to need a pro. The next thing is knowing how to shut off your electricity. Electricity does not mix well with gas or water. If you have a gas leak, shutting off the electricity to your whole home can prevent a fire. If you have a major flood in your home, shutting down electricity can prevent electrocution. You will find the main shutoff switch in your breaker box. This is a box that has all the switches that power all of the rooms and appliances in your home. It is usually a metal box with a metal panel door, and you'll find it somewhere inside your house, or it could be in the garage. Mine happens to be on the outside of my house. As you can see, there are several switches to the different rooms and appliances, and this right here is the main shutoff switch. Now, you're only going to do this in a dire emergency because remember, it's going to shut the power off to everything. If you have food in your freezer, it's going to melt. If you have a security system, it's going to be disabled. Also, depending on where your breaker box is, determine if it's safe to get to it or not. If the breaker box is in your basement and your basement is flooded with water, or if the panel and switches are wet for some reason, you might not want to turn that off. Be smart about it. Shutting off the water is probably the easiest thing to do and has the fewest consequences. But a burst pipe or a broken hose can quickly cause thousands of dollars of water damage to your home. If that happens, you're going to want to shut that off right away. And this is when you would do it. If a hose or pipe breaks and water is rushing in at an alarming rate, shut the main water down. If there is a natural disaster, shutting off the water to your home can prevent contaminated water from getting in. So where is this? It could be in a basement, it could be outside. Mine is in my garage and it looks like this. The shutoff valve will either be a lever or a knob. With a lever, you're just going to turn it to the off position. If you have a knob, just turn it clockwise until it stops. Like I said, I have never had to do this, but I like knowing that I can in case I have to. So I want you to go around your house and look for these things. If you can't find it, then ask. Someone will know, and they will help you. You should know where these things are, and you should teach anyone who lives with you about it as well. If you're interested in learning about emergency protocols and self-reliance, I've done a podcast on that. Listen to episode 68 of the How to Life podcast, The Importance of Emergency Preparedness and Self-Reliance. Chris Gilmour teaches you skills and talks about pre-planning to help you and your family prepare in case of an emergency. He also has courses and content, which I will link in the description below. Congratulations, you've just learned a major life skill. Give yourself a pat on the back and feel secure and liberated knowing that you know some major adulting information. If you enjoyed this topic, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel to learn more life skills and how to adult like a boss. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next Mominar.